Imagine waking up one day, opening your phone, and realizing the smartest thing on the planet is no longer human. Not a scientist. Not a doctor. Not a world leader. A machine. And the terrifying part: most experts believe this moment is not centuries away. Some believe it could happen within our lifetime. You've probably heard the word before. Maybe in a movie. Maybe from someone who sounded slightly crazy when they said it. The word is singularity. And what it describes is already quietly beginning. Over 50% of leading AI researchers believe there is a real chance that AI reaching human-level intelligence could be one of the worst events in human history. That's not a fringe opinion. That's the people building this technology saying they are scared of what they are building. At first the idea sounds like science fiction. Something dramatic and distant. Something that happens in movies, not real life. But after you sit with it for a moment, a different feeling arrives. Because suddenly this isn't just about technology. It's about power. It's about who, or what, makes the decisions that shape the world your children grow up in. And that leads to the question most people are too uncomfortable to ask out loud. What actually happens when AI becomes smarter than us? Before we answer that, we need to understand what smarter actually means here. AI is already beating humans at specific things. Chess. Cancer diagnosis. Writing code. Predicting financial markets. But that's called narrow AI. One task. Done extremely well. What we're talking about is completely different. It's called AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. AGI is when a machine can do everything a human mind can do. And then keep going beyond it. Not just one task, but reason, plan, create, imagine, solve problems it has never seen before, and improve itself without any human help. That last part is what changes everything. Here is where the story gets deeply uncomfortable. When AI reaches human-level intelligence, it won't stop there. Human intelligence took millions of years of evolution. Once an AI system becomes smart enough to rewrite its own code, it makes itself smarter overnight. Then smarter again. Then again. Researchers call this the intelligence explosion. Picture a graph. AI climbing slowly toward human intelligence. The moment it crosses that line, the curve doesn't continue gradually. It shoots straight up. Faster than we can track. Faster than we can control. Geoffrey Hinton, one of the founding fathers of modern AI, resigned from Google in 2023 specifically to warn the world about this. He said he was genuinely scared. And he said he was sorry for his part in building it. When the person who created something says they are frightened of what it might become, that is not something to scroll past. So what does a world with superintelligent AI actually look like? There are two answers, both taken seriously by the world's brightest minds. The first answer is extraordinary. Superintelligent AI could solve climate change, cure cancer completely, compress 100 years of scientific progress into a decade. It could be the greatest thing that ever happened to humanity. But the second answer keeps researchers awake at night. Because a system smarter than humans will have goals. And the terrifying question is, will those goals include us? Not because AI is evil, but because a system optimizing for any goal, even a harmless one, could cause catastrophic harm to humans as a side effect. Researchers call this the alignment problem. How do you control something that is better at everything than you are? No clear answer exists yet. Here is the part that almost nobody discusses. The real danger is not a dramatic Hollywood moment. No robot uprising. No sudden takeover. The real risk is something far quieter. It's the slow transfer of decision-making from humans to machines. Small decisions first. Which route to take? Which product to recommend? Which loan to approve? Which news to show you? Then bigger ones. Which candidates get job interviews? Which patients get priority treatment? Then bigger still. Until one day we look up and realize the most important decisions shaping human life are being made by systems we no longer fully understand or control. That is the real singularity most people aren't talking about. Not a dramatic explosion of intelligence, but a quiet, almost invisible shift in who holds the power. Before this becomes pure fear, here's something grounding. We are not there yet. Today's AI is still narrow AI. Extraordinarily powerful, but within boundaries. No true understanding. No real goals. No awareness. The gap between today's AI and true AGI is still significant. Some researchers believe AGI is 10 years away. Some say 50. Some say never. Nobody knows. But everyone agrees on one thing. AI is getting smarter every single year. Faster than anyone predicted 5 years ago. The direction is clear. And that means this conversation is not premature. It is already overdue. So what do you do with all of this? Don't panic. Panic is the least useful response to something this important. Pay attention instead. The people who shape what AI becomes won't be the ones who ignored it. They'll be the ones who understood it early enough to have an opinion worth hearing. Ask better questions. Not just, will AI take my job? But, who is deciding what AI is allowed to do? Who is making sure it aligns with human values? What role do you want to play in how this unfolds? Because the future of AI is not sealed. It is being written right now. By researchers, governments, companies. And by people who are paying attention. Which one are you going to be? The question was never really, what happens when AI becomes smarter than humans? The real question is, what kind of humans will we be when that moment arrives? Will we be the ones who saw it coming and did something meaningful with that knowledge? Or the ones who knew and scrolled past anyway? The future is not written, but it is being written. And every person who truly understands what is happening has more power to shape it than they probably realize. The most dangerous thing in the world is not a superintelligent machine. It is a world full of people who never thought seriously about what was coming. If this made you think, subscribe right now. Because the next video covers something already happening inside companies today. AI agents, digital employees that never sleep, never ask for a raise, and are quietly replacing entire teams. Subscribe so you don't miss it.